Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Cross Training Wednesday, so another tip on cross training. As always, appreciate you listening, appreciate you following. Several ways to do so. We cross train on Instagram, we cross train on Facebook. You can even like, subscribe, and share. We cross train on YouTube. Go to our website, www.wecrosstrain.com. You can read more about this concept. Purchase your very own iCrossTrain shirt, become part of the iCrossTrain family. The concept being I cross train individually, become part of the We Cross Train family collectively. So today's title comes from Matthew 19:26. It says, "But with God all things are possible." So I want to start out with a little story. So I have three very important girls in my life. My daughter Mia, my daughter Taylor, and my granddaughter Mila. All three of them, I love them very dear, and they love me. What I want to talk to you about is the way their relationship with me, the maturity of that relationship, and the things they're willing to ask me for. So let's start with the granddaughter. My granddaughter Mila, she don't mind asking for things, but the things that she asks for are pretty insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Can we play? Can we go get something to eat? Will you go outside with me? Those things like that. Now they're very dear to her heart, but they're very small and easy for me to accomplish. Well, then you have my middle daughter, Taylor. Taylor's relationship with me is longer in tenure. Her maturity level is certainly more so than my granddaughter, who's 3. Taylor's 12. And the things she asks me for require a little more effort. There's still things that I can easily accomplish, and for the most part, I try to do the things that I know she really needs. But I can certainly apply some logic on some things she asks I know she don't need, and nor does she need at this time of her life. And some things I know that she really wants, and they may not be a need, but I go ahead and get that for her too. Then you have my oldest daughter, Mia. Mia has the longest tenured relationship with me in terms of time, and she has different needs and different things that she asks for. And most times if I feel like she really needs it, and usually I can tell the way she asks, and just because I know her and she knows me, if there's something she needs and it's within my power to do so, I do it. Well, those three examples are certainly some examples as it relates to my 2 daughters and granddaughter. But let me swiftly shift gears to God. Regardless of your tenure, regardless of how long you've known Him, regardless of what you may believe, you can ask God for anything. As a matter of fact, God knows the secret desires of your heart. God also knows when you don't ask Him for something that you need. Just like I mentioned with my daughters, nothing hurts me more than if I find out they needed something and they didn't ask. While I don't have a way of knowing every time they need something, God knows exactly what you need, and we are made in His likeness. So imagine how it feels to an all-knowing God who has infinite power for you not to ask Him. Imagine how it feels for you to ask Him and have doubt in your heart. So, long story short, I want you all to understand that you can ask God for anything. Don't worry about how big, how small. Don't worry about how you feel. Do you deserve it? Because we're all saved by grace, and God wants to give us the desires of our heart. We also have to make sure and understand that He also knows what we need and what is good for us at a particular time. My daughter being 12, in a few years she'll want a car. By no means am I going to get her a car that, number one, is too expensive for her age, too powerful for her age, or something that she don't need. But I have every intention of helping her get a car. Likewise, God knows what we need, what is appropriate for our time of need, what is appropriate for our maturity level, and what is something that's not going to get us further off track. So as stated in the title, but with God, all things are possible. Ask God things that, much like if you're asked for a big thing, or in my example with my daughters or granddaughter, they ask me for something big, make me get up on the edge of my seat. Ask God some things that may make Him get up on the edge of His seat, hypothetically speaking, and say, my goodness, I can't believe that they have the faith in me to even ask me that, much less they come to me with such a significant one. With God, all things are possible. Last two things and most important things is I love you and God loves you. Thank you so much.